What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. We have several major strikes that are potentially or are going to be happening here very soon. And this also could be, well, a very double-edged sword because number one, this could mean very significant raises to hundreds of thousands or millions of workers and people. But this also could mean significant price increases to a lot of different things going forward, which means massive inflation coming for a lot of different things and a lot of prices for the average everyday American. Take a look here at multiple different things that are probably going to be having price increases. Here we go. Okay, number one, United Airlines flight attendants called for to picket at, well, Hopkins Airport, which is Cleveland, for improved working conditions and also for raises. You can see here American Airlines flight attendants vote to authorize a strike. This also comes here. So, this is, again, just kind of think this through. Think airlines tickets going up. They're also very expensive here, as we have just priced tickets for my wife's surgery, as my wife has a rare kidney disease and she's going to be having a kidney surgery here soon. And tickets, airline tickets, seem like they're more expensive than ever. It seemed like they had been cheap, and now they're. If you priced an airline ticket recently, they're expensive. They're expensive. It also seems like you can't get a straight through flight to go anywhere unless it's very close flight. But this also comes here as the American airline pilots successfully negotiated a 46% raise. Pilots at American Airlines overwhelmingly rejected a previous, more meager offer, I guess less than 46%. This must have been just for the pilots, because now the flight attendants are voting to authorize a strike. You're going to see the common theme here of massive raise wanted by one industry after another industry after another industry after another industry of huge raises. Don't get me wrong. If I worked in any industry, I would also want a 46% raise. But the theme here is going to be that these companies are going to have to raise their prices very significantly. The next industry here is the auto industry. Cars are going to have to significantly raise their prices, as the United Auto Workers industry accuses GM and Stellantis, which is like 16 different brands. I believe Ford, GM, Ford, and Stellantis, of not bargaining in good faith. These guys are trying to strike. They also voted here recently to strike if they don't get a 46% raise and a 32-hour work week if against the Detroit automakers. Yeah, so I'm really stunned and shocked at this one, because to me this seems like I'm just completely out of words here. Imagine if you were the owners of a. Imagine if you were just say a small owner of a car company. Because again, I used to own a limo business, and I almost thought about getting into um, making limo buses. You would just buy a bus and convert it. There are actually companies that convert buses into limo buses. You buy a bus chassis and you convert the inside. You would maybe get some employees. Again, I actually had 100 employees at one point for my limo bus company that I sold back in 2012. But I actually knew some limo bus conversion companies. So just imagine if you had some employees and their demands were to come to you. We want a 46% raise, and for the same raise we also want to get paid the same amount and go down to a 4-day work week, but we want to get paid for 5 days. Imagine if you were the owner of the company and these were the demands, and if you don't get those demands, we're going to go on strike and you're going to have no workforce. So just take this into consideration. Imagine if you were the owner of the company and these were the demands you were getting, and if you didn't get those demands, all your workers were going to leave. These are the demands being put forth from the companies. Okay, this is what UPS just had to basically give to their people. And don't get me wrong, the companies basically have to give into these demands, and then when they give into these demands, they thereby have to raise their prices. And guess who ends up paying the raises? You guys do, the customers. So don't look at this like the big bad owner is being greedy, because in this case, or in all these cases, the people who pay the raises are you guys, the customers. Because the people who buy the Fords, the GMs, the Chryslers, the Dodges are you guys, the customers. The people who buy the American Airlines, the Deltas, the Spirit Airlines are you guys, okay? Sure, occasionally there might be one company that goes out of business and a new company sprouts up because it's a free market out there, and you're going to have somebody that goes out of business and a new company sprouts up. It's a free market, and you're going to have inefficient companies and efficient companies. But this is what's happening right now. And if you're watching my channel, you're going to see that some companies are closing stores, and it's a really rough economy right now. And you're also going to see some companies are doing okay. Some companies are maybe even thriving. Okay. But what's happening right now is, especially with the rising interest rates and really tough economy, and student loans coming in due now with 45 million Americans now, interest starting on that. And um, that's going to now affect maybe almost half of American families, because you have 45 million Americans and their spouses and families, and now got this new payment essentially that they haven't paid on in 3.5 years and haven't been accustomed to paying on it. The average payment is like $400 a month on student loans, some higher, some lower, right? And now they're going to have to pay on that. And remember that the average new car payment right now is $700 a month to buy a car. It's lower to lease, is like 500 and some dollars, okay? And remember, they're only going to get more expensive now. They're only going to get more expensive because car prices are going to go up every year. And now, if or and when they give into a new raise for car companies, and the car companies did this 4 years ago as well, and they're going to do it again in 4 years, because based on what I'm seeing, they do this every 4 years, because again, they want their raises. They want to get new raises every 4 years. So every 4 years, it looks like they go back to the negotiating table. And they're probably not the only ones. The airline industries probably do this. The nursing industries probably do this. And it's just so on and so on. So what do you think is going to happen to the price of cars after this raise? Let me know down below in the comment section. Do you think the average price of a car is going to go to $800 a month now, and then $900 a month? And this is coming with interest rates already at a 20+ year high. And you know what's happening is that car companies are trying to automate as many jobs as they can. They're literally eliminating jobs as much as possible. So is Amazon. So is Walmart. I mean, go to a Walmart and you'll see that they're literally just trying to self-checkout as much as possible. So is Walmart. Or Amazon. When you go to Amazon, or in their back room, the pick and pack, they're just literally just trying to automate everything possible. Because once you buy a robot, it's It's going to do the job, and it doesn't need vacation time. It doesn't need a 4-day work week. It works 7 days a week, all day long, 24 hours a day. And it doesn't need sick days. It doesn't need health care. It doesn't need um, anything. It doesn't need to hear complaints. It doesn't have a political side. It doesn't want to vote for Biden or vote for Trump, and it won't hear complaints. It won't want anything. It just literally goes to work. And sure, sometimes it may break down and they send a technician to it or something, but and it won't want to raise every year or two or three. And this is the new reality of things, guys. Is that people's jobs are being replaced by robots because of 46% raises. And I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is, but this is the real truth. This is what's happening. This is the cold, hard truth. And I can't blame people because the price of everything is sky high. The price of everything is ridiculous. I mean, you need this. 2/3 of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. They need these raises just to survive. And now they're going to have to go pay these ridiculous prices on student loans because they were told go to work, get a college degree because you need it. You need a college degree to survive, to get a good job. Because if you don't have a college degree, the jobs that you're going to have to pick from are terrible. There's just, you need a college degree. And now you're going to have to pay on this college degree for the next 20 or 30 years. This is what everybody was told. So your choices are terrible and terrible and terrible and terrible. This is the new reality. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place and pushing a boulder up a mountain, and Jerome Powell raising interest rates on everybody. So you gotta fend for yourself. You gotta try to do everything you can. And try to not pay interest and really fend for yourself. So I'll keep you up to date here on everything. And remember, interest is your worst enemy. Try not to pay that 25% interest is a good place to start. Pay down that debt. I'll keep you up to date here. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below. It's the best price. It's zero. It's completely free. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for liking and share these videos with everybody so they can hear this as well. Click here to see what just happened with Walgreens closing hundreds of stores, or click here to see why the Fed is terrified. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.